And now it's time to sip the coffee and spill the tea on Talking with 3D Live. Here's your host, Derrick Dixon.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of Talking with 3D Live. I'm your host, Derrick Dixon, and this is where we always sip the coffee, spill the tea. And today, we're going to be spilling the tea with none other. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Klass is in the house.
Yeah.
What's up, Mr. Klass?
My God.
Elwood, Mr. Klass.
Oh, man.
Is here.
Yes.
We're having a
Yes.
Helping Brothers
Right.
Out reunion.
Oh, my lantern. Because right
Yes.
when you said that, I was about to be like, and I am Elwood
Right.
Ingram, bro.
Right. What's our saying?
What is it?
We're
We're
healing
talking equals healing. Yeah.
I'm supposed to say we're talking
equals healing.
There we go. That's what we're going to do. We used to heal the land. That's what we did. Elwood, thank you so much.
Oh, man. Thank you for that, bro. Yeah.
And I'm just really excited. What do you think?
Man, listen. So, of course, my schedule been permitting. I'm like, every Sunday, I'm always booked and busy. Every time but this setup, every time I come in here, it just gets brighter and brighter, and you always adding on something new. And you know I'm a Virgo, so I pay attention to the details. I'm like, that wasn't there,
Yeah.
that chair was over there. So yes, big salute and big congratulations to you, brother Derrick. Like,
you are
this
really
is
something that I love, and I'm going to just keep going just stronger and stronger.
As you should.
Yeah.
You arrived.
Yeah, well, hey.
Yeah.
That's what you
We
do.
outside, but we
I have
inside.
arrived, if you know what I mean. But anyway, we started together. We've been knowing each other for quite a while. We met at a David Talbert.
David E. Talbot, yeah.
David E. Talbert's
acting class. Acting classes.
It was a seminar.
Yeah, whole
2
seminar.
days or something like that. But we met there. We didn't actually meet. I'm going to tell you how this actually happened. I'm going to tell y'all the true E story, the true 3D story. So I was in the class, David E. Talbert's class. It was in Washington, D.C. I sat in the front row. I was dressed to the nines. I had on my sparkly shoes, everything. I was ready because I knew David E. Talbot was going to notice me. And I positioned myself for that moment.
Yeah.
In walks this tall, lanky guy with his shiny shoes.
Right, I did.
With all his, from head to toe, matching everything like that. He sits on the opposite side in the front row. And I'm like, no, he did not. No, he did not. I don't know who he think he is, but he gonna have to move because he was late.
I was.
He was a little late and everything. So I was like, no, you don't ease your way up in here. So that's how we officially met. So he was coming out the door and I said, listen, because I actually saw his audition. I saw you audition, and I thought I gotta know more.
Right.
And so you take it from there.
Right. So, man, listen. So I sat on the other side. I don't think I ever told you this part. So as I am a people watcher.
Mm-hmm.
So I come in a room and I always look for the exits, just in case of emergency.
Right.
And then I'm looking around. I was like, all right. I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to. No, I ain't sitting over there. I'm gonna go ahead and sit over here. I was like, I don't want nobody to get no confused. Oh, y'all brother take the picture. Y'all do no. I want to be my own. I want to be me. But yeah, and it was that. And then when you pulled me up at the end, it was like, hey, yeah, I'm Derrick. You know, we've been here in the seminar, and I'm a playwright, and I got this, and I'm listening to you, and I was like, here we go again.
Yeah.
It's another brother trying to get me on the set, and then ain't gonna call me back, ain't gonna return no email. So I'm listening. Put the number in there. Next thing you know, you call me. Hey, what you doing Thursday? I got something. Hey, yeah, you got this part. Whoa.
Yeah.
What we came in, nailed it, and just been brothers and since, man.
Yeah.
It's been a true blessing just to come across your path.
Yeah,
man.
we've done a lot together. I want to talk about something that you just said, because the fact that you said you're sitting across and you didn't want to sit next to each other because you wanted your own.
Yeah, I wanted my own. Yeah.
And so many people here lately, and they've been doing it for a long time, Elwood,
right.
that they put us together in everything.
Yeah.
We've modeled,
Yeah.
we've been in plays, we've been in movies and everything together. and they put everything. If I'm not somewhere, where's Elwood? If you know, and vice versa.
Right.
How do you feel about that? And it's not a negative thing, but I understand too that people have to have their own identity, their own style, and because you want to be noticed for you and for your talents.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
So at first it was okay. No, I ain't gonna say it was okay. It was cool because it was just like, because we was always at auditions. If you was there, next thing you know, I'm there. So everybody see us. We was always the best dressed in the room. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'm cool with being affiliated with this brother. But then it was like, as years went on, I'll say within the last like year and a half, as I started to venture out a little bit more and go on different auditions. And of course, you definitely branched out and had the talk show, the radio show, and other different plays and other things that you was hosting. And then I'll go out for something. They be like, oh, hey, Elwood, where's Derrick? I'm like, well, what about me? I was like, well, I haven't spoken to him today, so I don't know.
Today's episode of Talking with 3D Live is brought to you by IRoseFilms. IRoseFilms photo booth will capture every special event, from birthday parties, weddings, baby showers. They also specialize in 360 booths, also videography. So please make sure that anytime that you have a special event, contact IRoseFilms, IRoseFilms.com. Yeah.
And then I'll go for another event. Oh, yeah, I talked to Derrick, and he said, I'm like, okay, we're not joined at the hip. Yeah. Like, just because we the best dressed in the room, and that's my brother, comrade, and we both light-skinned, so we got to stick together. But I'm like, bro, everywhere I am, Derrick is not going to be there, as well as vice versa. Everywhere Derrick is, I'm not going to be there. So I started to really, like, go in my bubble, because it was like, heck, now everybody who sees me, now just like, hey, and then it was a couple people. They were like, hey, I know you from somewhere. I was like, 3D? Yeah. I just jumped right in. Oh, yeah, Derrick. Yes! Yeah. Because we've worked on so many projects together, so at the end of the day, I couldn't really blame them, but I was just like, dang, they don't even know me no more. It's just, you Derrick's boy.
Yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's so funny, because, see, I never received that on the other end. You know, I was always Derrick.
Right.
So
you the older brother.
So I never received that. So and at first I never understood, why does it feel like that? Or, you know, what happened? What did I do?
Right.
But then I get it. It's that when people want to, you know, you want your own identity.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, and that's in families.
Yeah.
You know, that's in families.
Yeah.
You know, you got the Jacksons out there, and everybody's going to compare either Michael or Janet.
Right.
And then when someone says, you know, Randy, and they're like, who Randy?
Who is that? Oh, the other brother.
That's Michael's brother.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, for instance, we had Tamar Braxton came into the restaurant, and we got the phone call, and they said Tony's sister was coming in.
Oh, wow.
Now, Tamar can hold her name on her own.
Right.
But instead of saying Tamar Braxton's coming in, they said Tony's sister is coming in. So I get it. And I'm like, why didn't, and regardless if it was Tamar or not, why didn't they just say that person's name?
Right.
You know, and tag Tony's sister, like, oh, if it's Tony's sister, then we have to act a certain way.
Right.
You know, but if they said Tamar, oh, it's just her.
Yeah.
We act like we want to act.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Yeah. And then I had to separate. So as soon as, like, because we talked about this before, while it was being birthed. And literally, we're in the living room, we're talking, Elwood, I'm getting ready to do this, and this was going to happen. IRoseFilms is going to do it, and it's going to be big. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's great. That's great. And as soon as your show aired, they was like, why Derrick ain't had you as the first guest? When you going to go? Why Derrick? I said, Derrick is very busy. Yeah. As well as I am. I am not his only person. Derrick is a superstar way before I was. Like, let my brother cook. Like, he don't need me. Like, he's doing a wonderful job. And everybody keeps, yeah, I saw Derrick show the other day. So you be in the back doing, no, I wasn't even there.
Pause.
Is that a pause moment? Yeah, that was
I finally got that. Pause.
He got it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, y'all wanted him here. He is finally here on Talking with 3D.
Yes, indeed.
And what's so funny is that, you know, we have to learn, because we do that in especially here in Baltimore.
Right.
You know, in our acting circle,
Right.
we do so much together, not just me and you.
Right.
Within our acting circle, we don't branch out and step out and try different things. Then when we do, oh, he think he better than us.
Right. Right. Right.
He think he better than us. He think that, oh, he gonna make it before us and everything. But it's just the fact that I'm trying different things, you're trying different things, and it's okay. It's okay to do that. So it's therapeutic to do it.
Yeah, indeed.
It's therapeutic. Because then you get to know yourself.
Right.
You get to know your strengths.
Right.
You get to know your weaknesses and everything. And then we can come back and say, hey, can I talk to you about this?
Right. Right.
You know,
exactly.
And it's okay.
Exactly.
So if y'all don't know Elwood, Mr. Klass Ingram, I don't know where you've been.
Right.
But if you don't know Elwood, Mr. Klass Ingram, he is an actor. He's also an activist. He is also a former host, trying to get him back into doing his thing, and a model as well.
Yeah.
He's traveled abroad to act, to model. He's been in magazines. So what is it like for you? When did you say that you realized who Mr. Klass was?
Oh, wow.
Let me ask you this first.
Okay.
Who is Mr. Klass? Where did the name Mr. Klass come from?
So it came from, and make a long story short. So I was watching Pursuit of Happiness. And I always was just like, bro, I just want to be happy for everybody. And I just want to be just this delightful person. I'm tired of being in the shell and everybody says, oh, you dress nice or you look this or that. And I'm like, this has got to be, I got to bring something different. So at first I was Classy PE, which is P is for my middle name, which I will not disclose ever. And the E, of course, is Elwood. And then as I got older and I was just like, Klass, I was like, there's so many people that call themselves classy this, but I was like, no, I'm gonna do it with the K. And that's how I really started, like, really not being afraid, and I stopped caring. And like, if you look at me right now, I got on 2 different shoes. And that's my style of class. I always want to be in a class of my own, but it's always room in my class to help out another brother. And that's really like how it birthed. And I just stopped caring what other people think. And I just said, I'm just going to be me regardless. Did I get laughed at a few times? This is my 2nd week wearing 2 different color shoes. I got laughed at first, and then, of course, people, oh, I never would have thought. I know, I'm in a class by myself. Welcome. Come join the class.
Because I would have laughed.
Right. You got dressed in the dark. And I did, though. I did.
Yeah. So when did you find that niche, that bug to say, I want to act, I want to model, this is what I want to do?
Well, I knew that I wanted to act at the early age. I want to say about maybe, I don't remember what age I was. I was in 5th grade though. Because we used to have this thing, and I'm a little slow. If y'all don't know, I'm famous for this. I would tell you that I'm slow, so don't talk fast and don't give me, I will be the first one to start my test and the last one to finish. But it started and I was just like, I forgot where I was at. That's my slow part. That's a blooper. That's a blooper. I really lost track of where I was going.
So we were
what was the question?
We were talking about you getting started as.
Oh, okay.
There we go. And
so
we're back.
It started with Kids Line, and I used to call this hotline, me and my friends, every day after school to help us with our homework. And it got so bad, they knew me. Hey, Elwood, how you doing? Because I called it the same time, every day, the same subjects. It was a kids hotline where you used to call and get tutored, and they would help you out with stuff. Even if you felt like you didn't have anyone to talk to, it was a whole kids line that you can call.
Heard of that
I'm showing my age. Yeah,
I've never heard of that in my life.
It was wild, and it got so good, that the network ended up calling me and was like, "Hey, can I speak to Elwood?" I was like, "Yeah, this is me. What's going on?" So we sitting there and we talking, and then they just like, hey, "What do you think? You want to be in a commercial?" I was like, I would love to. I watch commercials all the time. I would love to. It was like, okay, yeah, we can tell you're very animated. We would love to. So I ran down the street, ran to my mom's office, and I was like, Mom, I'm gonna be on TV. She's looking at me like, boy, this remedial boy didn't add it again. Okay, that's good, son. That's good. You're gonna be on TV. And then make a long story short, they told us we're gonna come to your house in a week. I told my mother we was gonna come to the house in a week. Cleaned up the living room. She said, oh boy, you cleaning up? I said, yeah, the camera people coming. She's still thinking I'm selling wolf tickets. She gets off work, camera crew, everybody. She said, come here now, come here. I'm looking, I'm like, Mom, who is all these people in my house? I said, Mom, remember I told you. Oh, well, go ahead, man. I was like, was that a code switch you just did on me? And then I had the bug and I always was just like, I need more. And my sister modeled, so back in that time, I was always taught guys don't model. Only gay guys model. And I'm not raising, and I was like, does that, even at a young age, I was like, does that really mean that? I like clothes. I wear them every day. Everybody wears clothes. Yeah. So I would go to my sister's show and then I would hear the cheers and I was like, I can walk better than that. I can do that. But everybody told me, you're not it. You can't do it. You're too skinny. You have very bad acne. Your nose is big. I don't think that that's a good way for you. Won't you work on cars? Won't you work in a hospital? Won't you be somewhere behind the scenes? That I don't want that for you. And I took that like, oh, okay. I got you. Just because y'all said that I can't and I won't do it, I'm gonna prove it to myself because that's something that I want to do and nobody's gonna encourage me. I'm gonna encourage myself. Yeah. And then I saw an ad in the newspaper and coming out for models, went out, I got casted. I was the first male model. I ended up teaching people and I had never walked in a runway show ever before. It was because of my confidence of who God built me to be and going to church every Sunday. I was just like, I know this is me. You can't tell me that it's not. Yeah. Ever since then, I've been on the runway kicking and I always love to tutor, always love to show people the way because information is free. Yeah, information is free. It's free. Yeah.
When I want to change gears just a little bit is because, Lost has been a big part of your life lately here. Yeah. And you've had Lost in your life with your sister, your stepfather, your best friend, Vance, and I know Lost is hard. I mourn my mother every day. I want my mother to see all of this. Yeah. And I can't share that. And one thing that bugs me is people say, oh, she can see you. It's that that I want her to, I want to see her expression. I want to hear her voice. Right. I want that. Yes. Which people don't get. It bugs me when people say, oh, but baby, they can hear. She's here with you. Where? Because I ain't seen her today. Where's she at? At all. Yeah. How has that, changed you as a person?
Wow. It's honestly, I don't know. I am still, darn, Derrick, why'd you do that? Okay. I am, I'm just a work in progress, bro. It's, every day, it's an ongoing battle. And it's like, sometimes when I feel happy, the first thing that I want to do is call my brother. Because every live that I did, every little project, no matter how I felt about it, he was the one to always encourage me. He's the one where if I go missing or he gets a feeling, hey, he's calling, he'll pop up, he know where I'm at, job, hey, I ain't seen you in a couple days and you ain't been online. What's going on? Yeah. So every day is really a a process. And the month of April is very, very, very hard. Because Friday was my brother Van's, it was his birthday. April is also the month that I lost my sister. April is also my stepdad's birthday. So April is jam-packed.
Yeah.
And it's like some moments I didn't even realize what was going on. I'd be driving, thinking I'm having a good day, like, and then I just feel something over me, and then I just start crying. But every day is a battle.
Yeah.
It's a battle. It's a battle. Like even now, just thinking about it, I'm like, as soon as I get off set, I would call, hey bro, yeah, I just finished up the show. Make sure you tune in on such and such. But I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. And so now it's like, I'm afraid to make new friends. When I feel people and it's like, oh yeah, man, I've been dying to meet you. I saw you on this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I'm really masking every day, but I still give them the utmost respect and tell them, hey, yeah, I help you out whatever way that I can. But also in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm not gonna allow you to get too close.
Yeah, I get that.
I can't. So it's even this outfit. So a lot of people thought about my outfit and they were just like, yeah, that's just Mr. Klass. He's weird. He's crazy. He always does things off the top. But I speak through fashion. So through this, I wear the pink shoe on my right foot because of breast cancer, because of my sister. She was always my leading lady, and I'm right-handed. So I always lead with my right foot. I wear the blue for my brother because, of course, he's a boy. And I wear him on the left foot because that's my standing foot, where I have that brace. So he always has my back. And then I also always make sure I wear some type of rose, because roses, they can grow from anywhere. You're gonna see them, you're gonna smell them. They grow from concrete, they can grow from weeds and bunches. But at the end of the day, people purchase roses for love. And at the end of the day, that's all I really wanna spread is love. Exactly. So even if I don't ever see you again, I'm gonna tell you, hey, love, good to see you. Yeah. Love. Yeah. And that's what I do now. So that's how I turn things, on and off. And if I keep running into the same people and I say, hey, love, next thing you know, they're doing it too. Hey, love, good. So it's love really can change a lot of emotions, can really help change people. I had a conversation with a guy at the gas station today, and he was just like, bro, I don't get to talk to people anymore. Thank you for talking to me. I was like, oh, you're welcome. Yeah. And we was just talking about gas. Okay. Gas, and then it led to fashion, and then it led to other things, and we were just talking. Yeah. And he's up in age. He's about 65. Wow. Older white guy. And I was just, it's good.
And that's why I even asked you that question, because, when do we take the time to check on people? Yeah. When do we take the time to talk to people? Yeah. We always assume by the look, by our actions, we assume they're okay. Yeah, yeah. Instead of a simple, how you doing? Right. And we have to learn how to do that more with each other. Yeah, yeah. And that's what, a lot of times that really bothers me, is the fact that we don't take the time to check. Right. It's just a simple check. Right. And I'm not asking for a full-out explanation, a conversation, nothing like that. How you doing? Right. And that means a lot to a person. Yeah, yeah, it does. Somebody called and checked on me. It does. It does. So, I know you, I've watched you, and I've gotten on you a lot of times too. Right. I've gotten on, sometimes you have to, and I'm not just saying just you. Right. But we have to be able to, sometimes, like you said, you have to push through it. But it's hard. Yeah, yeah. It's hard. Yeah. And we make do of things. So, life is always lifing. Yeah, yeah. Life is always lifing.
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
So you're acting, and you're back into your acting gig and everything now here lately. Yeah. What is the proudest moment of you acting?
Wow. I literally just shared this at the Actors Academy. If you want to be an actor, make sure you take some classes. Own up on your skills. But I literally was just saying this. My wow moment was, I do background a lot. And I get booked for background, even though I'm SAG and everything, but I get booked for background. And the next thing you know, I become featured background. But every time that I am on set, I'm always respectful. I'm always dressed nice. I'm always greet everybody with respect, cameraman, water person, everybody. I speak to them, have a good conversation with them, and then I go sleep on my cot and mind my business. And, yeah, if you know me on set, I bring a whole cot.
There was even we were on Rustin together, and I don't know if we even really knew we were on Rustin.
Yeah, we didn't.
Together.
We didn't.
And I walk into the holding area for the background actors. Lo and behold, there he is.
Right.
Cot. Everybody else is sitting.
They sitting on them hard chairs.
This one over here is laying on a cot, got a whole setup going on. I said, I ain't even gonna say nothing. Not even gonna say nothing.
Yeah, so it was like, so at the ending of my last 3 major productions, I always say goodbye. This is my last day, unless y'all gonna book me again. And they were like, oh, Elwood, hey, come here. I need to tell you something. We wanted to tell you, you are such a joy to work with. We look forward when you come in the door because you change the entire energy. You always greet us with a smile, even though it's about 2, 3 in the morning when we get in there. And the director says, he just follows directions so well. He does this. And they ask somebody, hey, can you do this? Oh, no, give me Elwood, give me Elwood. And that's how I got featured a lot. And I just say, oh, what do you want me to do? Where do you want me to stand? This is it. And then that's it.
Yeah.
I don't cry. I don't whine about being on set 16 to 18 hours. So for the directors to come over and say, you are a joy to work with, I really appreciate your professionalism on set. And then it just kept going. So everything, she was like, yeah, I remember your face. I saw you when you came through the thing. You're such a good person. I wish nothing but the best from you.
Yeah.
And then it just kept happening the last 3 major sets. And these are stars, like up there, like own dressing room, everything. No, don't talk to me. But I'm getting treated the same way that they were getting treated by the directors. Yeah. So it gave me a wow moment, because I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna start applying for all these roles and no more background.
Yeah.
But I said, background is what's gonna get me.
That's what started me. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I love me a good game here.
Oh,
3D. I love me a good game. And you have to, when you come and play my game.
Oh man.
You gotta be honest.
Oh, Jesus.
This game is called, and we all know, we listen
and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge. So I'm gonna start.
Oh God.
Let me turn over this way. So I'm gonna say what drives me crazy about Elwood, Mr. Klass Ingram, because we listen and we don't judge. And then he can vice versa. Now, I already know he's not really gonna find a lot of stuff, but we'll see.
I'm sitting here thinking, is this camera on me? Because my mind was like, they was like, oh, he really is slow. His eyes is going everywhere.
So this is my first one. I said, if I hear him say one more time, you see, is it you see it?
It's you see it.
You see it drives me crazy.
I'm about to teach Cortez that.
We listen and we don't judge. Okay?
All right. Okay, I see where we're going at with this. All right, we listen and we don't judge. I hate it that every time I think I found the perfect blazer, and they be like, oh yeah, this man, I can't have that blazer because Derrick already got it. And then now they gonna be like, oh, now they sharing clothes. They knew they was really brothers. No. So yes, it's been a certain kind, it was about 3 good blazes. And I said, oh, I'm gonna kill him. Oh, no, I think Derrick has that one already.
Or we walked in somewhere and have on at least the same color.
Yeah, same color scheme, yeah.
Or the kind of same pattern.
Yeah.
So everyone thinks that we planned.
Right, right.
Yeah.
We're just great minds to think.
Great minds.
Yeah.
I have one more. Okay. We listen and we don't judge. Now, Mr. Klass can put himself together from head to toe. But if y'all have ever looked in Mr. Klass's car, he is the messiest person that I know.
I am.
And when I tell you, if you have to take a ride with him, you have to move at least 20 things to get in the front seats.
Yeah, yeah.
But we listen and we don't judge. You can have one more. You can have one more.
We listen and we don't judge. I hate that every time I get some good food and then you be like, oh, I'm so hungry. I'm like, yeah, Derrick, can you take? But you can't eat nothing.
Right.
I can't. It's so hard to shop for you because I'm like, all right,
very picky.
I may have it, but then he may not like it. I can't do that. And I definitely can't, but I'm hungry. Let me get Brother Derrick a meal. I can't do that because you are allergic to every single thing. Yeah. And then you can't drink with me. So that hurts even more.
And then I need to know who prepared it.
Right. And I don't have the answers.
Who prepared it.
Because it's down at the boulevard.
But if it came from a hole in the wall, and I don't know where the hole in the wall is at, what did it look like? Who was in there? What did it smell like? I can't eat. I just can't eat like that. Yeah. But we listen and we don't judge.
But to my defense, I know where everything is in my car. I know where, because it feels like I live out of my car because I'm doing so much and I always need to change of clothes. So I always keep I always keep a spare outfit in the car. I always have a spare.
But y'all, when you see it, I just want y'all to look at him and say, we listen and we don't judge.
That's great. A guy in my church, he just asked, he was like, so now I got people at church saying it. Yeah. And now they're just like, oh yeah, you see it. They was like, did you patent that yet? I was like, I should have. Yeah. Missed out on the money.
Well, but I got that from me. You don't say it. I'm like, if I say it, I say, you will never, no, you will not. Not out these lips, you will not. No, I will not. But listen, anyways, we got to go.
Oh man, this was great.
You got to come out because we've been doing, we've done an episode that we've went out in the streets of Baltimore and interviewed some people. So we got to get back together, help the brothers out style. Yeah. And go out and interview some people. So will you do that with me?
Yes.
You've heard it on camera.
Yes.
So that's why I did it. See how
right.
It's on camera.
Just give me some time. They're like, hey, what you doing? Well, we about to leave right now. Get in the car.
That's right, because that's my personality. That's what I really was going to think he was going to say is that I don't ask people to do things. I tell them what to do. And then, but we get it done. So that's just something that we do. So I appreciate you being here. Indeed. And I truthfully, I do want to say to you that, I am watching what you've been doing. The Walls Come Tumbling Down. Yes. That's been out. Yes. So a lot of things that you've been doing, I'm really proud that you were taking the chance.
Thank you. Yes.
Because that's what's important, because a lot of times you would hold back and say, oh, I'm not going to play that character. No, you never see me do that. Right. And I think a lot of times we got to know as actors, and if you really, really want to become that actor, then take chances.
Yeah, definitely.
Take chances. Go out for the auditions and stop worrying about what the people may think. You know what? Because what it's about is that when you're on that big screen, what they're going to think of what the great job that you've done. Indeed. So stop worrying about the role that they think you're in and be the role and be proud of the role. Yeah. You hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's what you have to do from here on out. Yes. And whatever you do, what avenue that you do. I do this show Talking with 3D, and I know people are not going to like my style. I know they're not going to like people that I interview. Right. But the thing is, I'm taking this to higher levels. Yes. And we're going to higher levels. So me, Dan Cohen, IRoseFilms, we're going to higher levels. I speak Emmy over our show every single time.
Yes,
so
indeed.
we're doing some great things here, and I'm excited. Our numbers are growing.
As you should.
People are watching, and I appreciate y'all for watching us and everything.
Yes.
So we got to get out of here.
Yes.
Thank you again, my brother, for coming on.
Thank you.
You guys, we're here every Monday right here, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you check out Talking with 3D Live. Make sure that you subscribe, click it, love it, share it, do all those things, and tell everybody, go out. And what he say it's about? It's about love. So go out, love somebody intentionally. Peace.